Welcome to Pardon the Interruption. I'm joined by Finn Summers and Marcus Craig. Our first topic is the best player in the NBA. Finn, who do you think is the best player in the NBA?
I mean, it's pretty evident that it's going to be Steph Curry. Coming off of one of the best seasons ever, even in the playoffs, he averaged 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists throughout this playoffs, and he won the Finals MVP. He's a two-time MVP. He's a Finals MVP. He's the best three-point shooter ever. He's already had 4 titles, and he won one this year where the second best player on his team only averaged 15 points. I mean, it's very clear right there that that's who the best player in the NBA is.
There's no way in this world that Stephen Curry is a better player than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis isn't even 28. He's already a 6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA. He's won Finals MVP just as many times as Steph Curry, and Curry is almost 34. He's already won 2 MVPs and 1 Defensive Player of the Year, and he was most improved. This season alone, Giannis Antetokounmpo almost averaged 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. Those are Curry numbers. Plus, everybody says Giannis is the most dominant player in the league. I mean, who else in the history of the game has been compared to Shaq? Definitely not Steph.
I mean, that's completely unfair to say because Steph plays a much different position. Steph Curry, at his position, is the greatest player of all time.
But he's not. He's not even better than Magic Johnson.
Steph Curry is the greatest three-point shooter of all time.
Okay.
Well, what is Giannis Antetokounmpo the greatest of all time at? Nothing.
Gyro steps.
No, it's all Giannis Antetokounmpo. At some point, may be the best NBA player.
He already is. That point is
But
now.
right now, Steph Curry has more experience. He has more titles. He has more accolades. Right now, Steph Curry is the best player of all time.
What accolades does Steph Curry have?
4-time Finals champion, 2-time MVP, Finals MVP, Rookie of the Year.
He's 4-time champion because he had Kevin Durant and the all-time world beaters as his running mates. I mean, what are you talking about? He had a prime pre-injury Klay Thompson. Giannis didn't have that. He just had Drew Holiday and he had Chris Middleton. And you're talking about how this season Steph Curry didn't have a good teammate. What are you talking about? Andrew Wiggins averaged 13 rebounds and 18 points, and he turned around and guarded the best player on defense. That was Giannis Antetokounmpo in his finals.
No, Andrew Wiggins averaged 17 points a game. I guarantee you that when the Bucks won their championship, Chris Middleton averaged more than 17 points.
He definitely was not. And Chris Middleton is known as a playoff choker. So you can't give me the line that Steph Curry has a better team and all that, because he doesn't.
Steph Curry has a worse team. Steph Curry has a worse team.
Okay, I think Luka is actually the best player in the world, but let's move on to the best
He's not even in the
AFC West offense in this upcoming season. Now we're loaded. A lot of trades have happened. We got Devontae Adams going to the Raiders, Russell Wilson going to the Broncos, and the Chargers just have got better. And then the Chiefs, they did lose Tyreek Hill, but what do you guys think, Finn?
It's clear that the Chargers are the best AFC West offense. I mean, they have a guy who's going into his 3rd year and is, I believe, going to be considered the best quarterback in the league within the next 5, 4, maybe even 3 years. Justin Herbert is that guy. He's surrounded by talent. He has Keenan Allen. He has Mike Williams. I mean, now that they've bolstered their defense, I wouldn't be surprised if this team goes to the Super Bowl. Like, that's how good this Chargers team is right now.
Oh, please. Justin Herbert's not even the best quarterback in his own stadium. Stop it. You know who I want if I'm in the Super Bowl and I'm on my own 20-yard line with 2 minutes left to play and I have to go down and score a touchdown? Give me the mile-high miracle workers, the Denver Broncos. I mean, Russell Wilson, better than Herbert. Melvin Gordon, better than Austin Eckler. Javonte Williams, still better than Austin Eckler here. Courtland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy. I mean, what's not to love about this Broncos offense? They are the most complete offense in the entire AFC conference. Forget just the division, the entire conference.
Melvin Gordon is not a top 10 running back in the league.
Melvin Gordon was almost a 1,000-yard rusher.
Austin Eckler is a top 5 running back.
But he's not.
He is.
How many yards did he run for last year?
Name 5 running backs that are better than him. Name 5 running backs that are better than him.
I could probably give you 5 in just the AFC.
Name 5.
Give me Raheem Mostert. Give me Melvin Gordon. Give me Javonte Williams. Give me Phillip Lindsay. Give me Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not better than Austin Eckler.
Yes, he is.
No,
Austin,
he's
Isn't
not.
there?
they just love him
Jordan
because
Taylor-
he's small.
Now, okay, let's move it back to the NBA. This upcoming season, the Warriors just won the championship. Now, which team do you think will disappoint, like, this upcoming season?
I think it's the Knicks here. I mean, look, they just fell off last year. They started the season very well, and then they just fell off towards the end of the year. If you look at that roster, that's a team that probably can be contending with the Bucks for a second place in the East, because we know the Celtics will win that. But I just think this team doesn't have the chemistry, and I don't think they're going to put it together. And I think they will maybe make the play-in.
Here's what I have to say. You can't really disappoint if everybody already knows you're frauds. The Knicks were 4th seed 2 years ago, and then they turned around and didn't even make the playoffs last year. The Cavs, on the other hand, everybody thought that they were them. They have Evan Mobley coming back. They have Darius Garland. But they don't have Colin Sexton. In my opinion, Colin Sexton is really the X factor to that team. I'm predicting them to finish no higher than the 8th seed in the East next year.
I still think it's the Knicks. If you look at that lineup, I mean, that lineup is better than the Cavs. That lineup should be finishing.
What is better than the Cavs?
They have...
The Knicks aren't good enough to disappoint. They're a trash organization, and they've been trash. And yes, I do blame James Dolan for that.
Alright, so that is all we have time for this segment. We're going to break into commercial, and we'll be back after this quick break.